guys, just woke up. As you can see, good morning. Yeah, I woke up, well, probably about 45 minutes ago. But I'm going to go through something really quick here. So last night I went cop watching with High Desert Community Watch. I didn't know we were going to get anything because you can't, the San Bernardino Police Department and San Bernardino County Sheriffs are all encrypted, so you can't hear their transmissions. But man, were they out. We got some good footage. You guys gotta go watch the videos. Go to High Desert Community Watch, watch his. I'm gonna put a link to one of them in the description box below. And I wanna go through something. There was a police sergeant out there that said something. It hit me when he first said it, like, whoa. And then it's kind of bugged me. Even this morning I woke up and it's still bugging me. So I wanna talk about it a little bit. Now, I just realized that I was filming High Desert Community Watch. I didn't really mean to put him on my video, but I was just zoned out watching the master at work. You gotta go watch this guy. He is a master. He doesn't let the cops push him around, or he stands his ground. It's awesome, and I looked down, and I was like, oh, I'm filming High Desert Community Watch. So, hold on. We're gonna play this. So, I want to play a quick audio from my video, because it's mine, I can do that. And then I want to talk about it a little bit here. So he said something that really kind of bugged me. And, I try not to be nice to police officers sometimes, but I can't help it, guys. I don't know, maybe it's in my nature just to be cool with the cops. But he'll probably watch us. I guess he watches some of the videos. He said, I watched your video. It's like, yeah, okay. But it's nothing personal. Nobody doesn't take it personal. We agree to disagree. I am not going to agree on what he says here in any form or fashion. And I'm going to go through that really quick. And all of you guys who are, if you're law enforcement, chime in. Don't be stupid and go to my personal life and then blast it on here and dox me. Because I'll dox myself just so you guys look stupid. But if you want to chime in on this, let's have an adult conversation, Officer Rob. Let's have a mature conversation. Let's not be immature and try to, insult each other and dox each other. You might see some medicine. Let me move this over a little bit. I don't want to dox my medicine. All those pills are mine. We've got naproxen because I get headaches. We've got Lipitor because I get cholesterol issues. That's basically all you see right there. But so that's all the medicine. So, but we're gonna go to this real quick. I want you guys to check something out here.
I saw your video on YouTube. Oh, yeah. Very complicated. Well, like on this one, I was saying I'm confused as why the passenger gets Terry frisked on a moving violation. Yeah, but he wasn't driving, so he's not the violator.
The law allows us to do that with anybody in the vehicle. We have the right to determine who the person is, whether they've got any guns on, or anything like that. And because you guys know who we are. You know who they've got on our belt, black and white. We have no idea who you are.
Really?
5 minutes ago.
Yeah, but
That's passenger too, yeah.
but more.
I'm going to stop it right there. Then High Desert Community Watch jumps in. Oh, my God. You guys got to go see that. Oh, my God. High Desert Community Watch just lights this guy up with his flamethrower and torches him. But from what he just said there, I'm going to analyze it really quick here. I'm not going to be too long. But let's go from the beginning then. So he says, seen your video. Yeah, okay. And then I said, I don't agree with pulling the passenger out on moving violations. And the first thing, he brought up an example. I didn't hear it here. I think it was later. I think it was at the end we were talking. I said, we're never gonna agree on this. And he brought up an example. Said, well, the passenger gets out and starts walking around, then of course we have to find out who he is. That passenger didn't get out and walk around. He was sitting in the car. He was pulled out of the car on a moving violation. Now, granted, because I didn't know, he may have been on parole or probation, granted, but not everybody that they pull out of the car, I'm sure, is on probation or parole. I say that because I see it happen so often. There can't be that many people on parole or probation just from you pulling them over. That's like you go buy a lottery ticket if you're that good. Not every one of them can be on probation or parole, I'm sure. And in this one here, if you go watch the video below, you'll notice that these guys got let go at the end. They just let them go, which I agree with. I mean, they didn't do anything wrong. So why in the hell were they pulled out of the car and put on the curb? If you just let them go. Okay, guys, have a good night. Get your stuff here. Well, why were they pulled out of the car then? If fishing expedition. But let's get back to the start. So he says, well, the law allows us to do that. The law allows us to, search the passenger and find out who he is. Well, that's what the Germans said. The law allows us to check your papers. That's what, and some people may go, that's extreme Nazism and all that. But it's really, the concept is the same. We need to know who this guy is. And he goes on to say that, well, you know who we are. We're cops. We don't have an idea who you are. You don't need to know who the passenger is. He's riding in the car. Guy has expired tags. Guy is speeding. Guy, his taillight's out. He goes through a stop sign. That's not the passenger's fault. He's just the poor guy riding in the car. So, in that respect, you don't need to know who the passenger is. You need to know who the driver is if you stop that car, because you stopped that car for a moving violation or traffic violation or what have you. The driver is driving it. He's operating it. And most times it's his car. So he's the one responsible for it. That passenger's just sitting there like minding his own business, like I'm just riding in the car. But he gets pulled out and searched and put on the curb and all of that. And then you let him go at the end. Why? Because they didn't do anything wrong. So when he says, well, the law allows us to do that. Yeah, the law allowed the Germans to pull people aside that they thought were Jews and search them and put them on a train and ship them off. They allowed them to do that too. Didn't make it right. But the state of Germany allowed them to do that. Didn't make it right. Didn't mean that it's okay to do it, man. They were violating their rights. They were treating them less than human. They weren't giving them civil rights. And that's the thing that's going on here nationally, not just in San Bernardino, but nationally in America, all cities. Cops are pulling these cars over and, it's a couple black guys, let's pull them out. And they pull them out of the car and they sit them on the curb and they start searching them and then they let them go because they didn't do anything wrong. Why did you pull the passenger out? Well, the law lets us check everybody. We don't know who that guy is. You don't need to know who that guy is. It's none of your business. He's not breaking the law. He's sitting in a car. And let's get back to that. They are law enforcement officers. You have to enforce law when people are breaking such law. If they're not breaking the law, what are you enforcing right now? You're enforcing the fact that you're looking for drugs or guns, and if you don't find any, you go, let's let them go. Bye, we're cops. You're not. Have fun. Don't talk back. Don't talk back. Whackity whack. So I will never agree with pulling the passenger out and searching them and everything. If they're on probation or parole, I get it. They don't have rights. I get that. But I still really don't agree with it. But let's not go there. Let's go, okay, some of you, I could open a whole can of worms right there. Well, what if they're repeating it? What if okay. I digress. What if they're not on probation or parole? What if it's just some guy riding in a car and you say, I'm going to search everybody in this car. I want to know who all of you are. Why? What business is it of yours who that guy is other than he's a passenger in a car that you pulled over because the driver did something wrong? But you want to search everybody in that car because somebody's freaking going to jail tonight. And then you end up letting them go. Because they didn't do anything wrong. They didn't break the law. But the law allows me to do that. Yeah, the law allowed Nazi Germany to do that too. It did. The law said the German soldiers could search anyone in town. Didn't make it right. Didn't make it right. We live in a free America, so you think. If you think you're free, you better think again. Unless you exert your rights. You've got to, I'm telling everybody who watches this, learn your rights, learn the laws, stand up to cops and tell them, look, what is your probable cause? What is your reasonable, articulable suspicion for pulling me out of this car? Well, I need to know if you have guns or drugs. Why? What have I done? I'm sitting there with my seatbelt on. I'm like this, riding in the car. You want to know if I have drugs or guns. Why? What have I done to bring reasonable, articulable suspicion? Well, because I'm a police officer and the law allows me to check you. Then go, "Hey!" Because that's about where it's going right now. If you disagree with me, let me know. If you agree with me, please let me know. News Now Yucaipa. Happy Sunday, guys. I'm going to go watch the 49ers kick the hell out of the Rams.